Sorry, I can't get you clearly. What were you saying? Okay, Francis, can you give us a little bit of your report? Then Muda will give a report. Then I will begin to expound on what's on your screen. So Francis, then you hand over to Mudavi.
Okay, so I'm not sure because ni report gani nafaa ndio kwanza because I have to be sure on what I'm supposed to talk about. So kindly, Mr. Chair, ni nini nafaa niongele?
Okay, you're giving us a brief report, but now that you're not a departmental leader, so you can just give us an overall report on how you've seen things run. You can pinpoint any department because this meeting is being recorded live for those other leaders that are not here. So you can say anything concerning any department and what you feel they can change in. I hope I'm clear. So that is what you are expected to speak about.
Okay. So sorry about that. So my report is kind of a brief one, but what I would just like to air out as part of my notice, my part of what I've seemed to notice. So number one, Neveto I've seen is like Dan has left the group. Oh, I'm already. So what I can say is number one, hapo kwa the media department. Dan, you are our leader. Wewe ndo mkuu wetu pale. And please, our social media accounts zimelala. Social media accounts are asleep. Our TikTok account is dormant. YouTube account the same. Tuko na Instagram account, it's only seen and viewed once in a while. For now, we are measuring on those three: TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And has a function ziko tu. Sasa sijui form ni gani, because we need things to, yeah. And the next bill ilifaa kupata wase wengine hapa, but sasa pia hawako. But in terms of vocalists, we are seriously lagging. Well, I'm saying that because I'm also part of the vocalists, so we are seriously lagging. We need to be serious, and please, our disciplinary, tafadhali, step up your game. Step up your game, tafadhali, please, kindly. Step up your game, because welfare coordinator pia ni kama alilala, so this thing falls on you. It falls on you because now order is needed, and to maintain and retain the order that is in your docket. So you need to step up your game. For now, I only have those, and if time allows, I'll share more baadaye. The mic is back to you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Thank you for your Thank you for your time. We have a lot to sit down and talk, but I don't know, is it a spirit or tuseme ni kauvivu kameingia all of a sudden. I don't know what is not happening. Hata prayer coordinator hayuko, sijui meetings ilikuwa ngumu. Like for my case, I cannot be there physically. That you should know. I cannot be there physically, but what I can say that as starting from departmental, Bushuru said something there at the media department. Manze, sijui hizo. You used to see Solwinas posted something, So I was like, and nowadays you don't see anything, like our accounts are dormant. There's nothing going on there. So please, media team, I don't know, is it the meeting point or nowadays people don't meet? Cause watu walikuwa wanakuja wanakutanika hapo JCC, wanakaa hapo wakikula wifi wakiposti vitu. So nowadays I don't think kama could be that be a challenge or what. And then welfare, we should also up the games. And then kuna kitu like my absentia doesn't mean that people should relax. No, I'm there overseeing, hata kama siko karibu, but I'm overseeing what is going on. So people should not relax that deputy chair is not around. Let's give our chair ample time. So the leaders who are around, you should step and make that effort. Unajua kama we cannot make that effort, then the members will not see like we are not ready to serve. Because I normally there is activities, we have a function, people to come, we see 3-2. But yet kuna anniversary that is ahead of us. Utaona watu 30, watu 40, watu 50 coming to celebrate. So I don't know what could be they coming to celebrate, and yet this time that we need them, they are not there. Najua ndio hii huduma si rahisi, lakini we should carry tushike mkono ya mwingine. For those who are there, wanasemanga where four are gathered, the presence of God are there. Do not expect a big crowd. I mean, wanasema as long as you are 4, 2 or 3, the instrumentalist wakuwe hapo wasikuwe hapo. Let be a shame on the instrumentalist. Now sasa naongelea vocalist and those who are there. Wacha ikuwe aibu kwa wacheza vyombo, like you came, you gathered, you sang orally, you recorded yourself, and to make the matters worse, you posted towards the group so that they can see that the absentia didn't affect you or didn't stop you from singing. Practice starts by yourself. You can be two and do something better. You know, this slogan you say that lazima sijui job akue, sijui lazima nani akue ndio you start. No, as long as you are a 4, or 2 or 3, you are a group, you are not alone. God is there for you. Unajua tukianza kutegemea watu, we can wait until December, until the other year tukingoja watu. In fact from sijui ni mwezi gani the band has been dormant. I'm wondering what is not happening. Unajua we should know that what we started, it was not a business or a shop yenye itaanguka tu like we are seeing falling. No, that's why those who are willing to serve, they always pull up their socks. Watu wataendelea kukapu, but wenye wanakuja wakichoka wanakuja wanaenda. We cannot blame them, but what we believe that we are not competing, but we stay strong. What I can tell you leaders, hiyo uoga like sijui nini, tutoe uoga, let's be firm, because when mimi by the I will just be acting. Sasa itakuwa tuna act because I'm seeing some laziness imeanza kuingia na haifai. I'll be just acting, so report itakuwa inafika tu from chair, this and this has been done. We cannot start a channel in YouTube dormant. Now we have Impact TV, ianze tena kuwa dormant. So for what? For what? Niliwaambia if vocalists are not coming and you are there, this is what God can use anyone who is there. Do not say that, oh, I'm a media member, I cannot sing. Just use that time. You never know. These are gifts. Na nimepreach sasa nikasema gifts can be withdrawn from somebody and given to you according to where God sees you. So tukianza like Mr. Chair, now I have to react. We need to call a spoon and we need to call a spade. So for any reaction that we'll be making, you'll be just giving information. We need to know hata tukienda anniversary tuko wawili, yeah, we are going for anniversary 2, we are going for anniversary 4 or 5. People should not be struggling like right now, but some others have just relaxed. Kuna wakati itafika, you will need this time, it will not, haitakuwa, and I'm telling you the truth. And for band to be firm, na tumesema foundation, we are the foundation, the leaders, to make this band to be firm. Unajua, at least unajua mimi I always connect with the chair because I'm not around, but yes, when chair akiitisha mkutano, just mwambie chair, then I was busy, if you can make this meeting to be 5 minutes, but at least we discuss, it could be better than he calls a physical meeting, nobody comes in, nobody follows back to ask chair what was the nini, did the meeting held on or it was not, until tena venye ata announce ndo sasa watu wanaanza kuulizia tena ni saa ngapi. Even you inform them the time, you remind them the same time, but no people show up. Practices watu waonekani. We have unajua Mungu anapeananga grace period, by the way. God has gave us a very grace period. If we misuse it, how many bands zilianza na zikanini? Ama nyinyi ndio mlikuwa hapa. They always say that our band ikifika miezi tu ngapi itakuwa imenini. God has give us that grace period. Let's utilize it. Unajua kitu inarudisha tena nyuma bandi yetu ni ile mentality, when is the gig, event iko lini, kama hakuna event, mi sasa siendi training, sina time. That could not be. So I'll be talking to leaders personally. Nataka naingia na leaders inbox mmoja baada ya mwingine. Why is this not happening? Why is this not happening? What could be the reason? That is what I have for today, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Hope I have not locked anyone out. And we'll be doing a series of teachings because it's like the leaders of Soul Winners Gospel Band are lacking what it takes to be spiritually strong as leaders and as examples to the rest. So we will be meeting frequently. So be prepared. I hope the secretary is taking minutes because this is a very important and formal meeting. Now, we are talking of leadership reset as per your screen, and for so long we have seen that we are really lagging behind across all departments, across all jurisdictions that various people are managing. We have relaxed. It has been taken missing events, missing practices, missing minutes, meetings to be normal. And now we are doing something called a leadership reset. This basically means the change of mindset and how we approach things pertaining the Soul Winners Gospel Band and every other things revolving around it. So we have a vision as a team, and our vision is to impact the young generation around Kenya and beyond to serve God with their talents, with the musical capabilities, with everything in them, so that God's name may be glorified. So we carry an influence that we impose on the youths, basically the teenagers, the children, that they may imitate us and serve God using their God-given abilities. So for us to do those three, for us to be able to achieve that vision, we'll need to look at three things: how we approach our vision, how we develop our leadership, and what culture are we setting as a team. I hope we are all attentive, and the secretary is writing minutes. I see I'm having 30 minutes. I don't know if it will be enough, but let us start on vision reset. So without a vision, we have chaos in a group. So a vision is what aligns people to go into one direction. With a vision, making decisions become consistent and very easy. That's why we see as I am making a decision concerning events, my target is the young generation because that is the vision for this team. So why is it important that we have a vision and you as leaders understand it? It is because it shows that the reason as to our existence and what we are trying to achieve spiritually within the period or the stipulated time that we have as a team to minister. So one thing I want us to know about this Soluna's gospel band existed to lead people to God's presence, not to be a source of income, as some other people oppose. Finances are good, money is good. We are all students. We need some extra little cash uh, to take care of our needs, but that should not be the main reason that we get out and go for events. So I'm speaking on that on a lighter note. We'll get back to there later. So on the presentation that is on your screen, we have four things that makes us to understand everything pertaining the vision of Soul Winners Gospel Band. Thank you, Bramwell, for joining. Once I am done on Matters Vision, you will give us your brief report on what you've seen as a band that you are doing that is good, and what that does not pleases the sight of man and God, and where can we uh, change. Remember, we are not doing blame games in this meeting. We are here to raise strong leaders that will take this group to a higher level. Sawa. So now back to the four things that will enable us understand what pertains the vision of this group. So number one, we have the core purpose. Now, what is the purpose of us as a Soul Winners Gospel Band coming to exist? Why? What is the main reason that I, Mudave, Liz, and Job sat down and brought this thing into existence? So we wanted to, first of all, number one, lead the young generation more so in high school ministries, in high school, the high school students to know the true art of worship, or have that authentic worship, make them have an encounter with God, and also to use their talents, because we find in high school those students, they always have talents, but they lack where to perpetuate them or show them. So that is why we have, when students pray, that is why we have when students pray, that will take care of us, or that purpose. Number two, we have the spiritual mission. So our spiritual mission is to raise spiritually mature ministers, disciples through music ministry, and build not only strong, prayerful worshippers, but also leaders in various jurisdictions and places in the society. Now, musical identity. We are a band that does things pertaining music. So we are a gospel band. So that one now confines us in the gospel kind of music, but majoring on traditional and contemporary excellence, not just any other song that will appear in the internet. Now, on to the next slide, we have spiritual goals. So spiritual goals, this is where spiritual authority is developed. So without spiritual growth, ministry becomes performance. power is lost and impact reduces. Remember our vision, we were to make an impact on the young generation. So for us to do so, we have to first grow spiritually as a team and as you personally. And for us to grow spiritually, we need to have goals. And moving forth, before we continue, I am wondering where the prayer coordinators are in this meeting, yet they were in the prayer service. Can someone look for them as we continue? Okay. So from today henceforth, because now we're looking at how we can grow spiritually. So prayer meetings concerning Soluna's gospel band are how can I say it? They are a must for every leader to attend them. And I hope Mudave is really listening to that, because from today henceforth it will not be something to joke with, because we cannot be having prayer meetings. It is leaders preaching in this season, and then unapata ni leader moja, the prayer coordinator and I that are in the meeting, yet we are to grow together, to push together, and we are not supporting one another. So we are leading as examples, and we are strong leaders spiritually. So we must all attend those prayer meetings. We must all invite people, your neighbors, everyone to attend these prayer meetings. So it won't be taken lightly on that area. Tumesikilizana. So on spiritual goals, and then I'll let Bramwell to give us his report before I continue. Now, on our spiritual goals, we have to build strong personal prayer life. So as leaders, we'll be having a series of prayer and fasting regularly. Si ile ya kuanzisha mwaka peke yake. You have to commit to Bible study and grow intentionally as leaders. If this year something was not right in your department, you have to ensure in the next month it is well made. You're growing with intentions. Okay. Personal growth, that is fasting discipline, character development, and prayer consistency. So in team discipleship, Francis note that the family representatives, they should form Bible study groups in the best way they can, so that other than the Sunday prayer services, they look on how they can do their own Bible study as groups. So before I continue, Bramwell, kindly can you share something with us? Then I move on to the next slide. Bramwell. Bramwell, are you ready?
Yes. Hello. Yes. Hi, guys. Uh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are listening to you.
I'm sorry nimekuja late, and actually I appreciate and congratulate all of you for finding time kuingia hapa. That shows mko na nini, like at least we have some leaders wenye wako responsible. So mine sikuwa nimeandika report. I think mtaniwia radhi kwa hiyo, and I think mkianitaandika then I'll post it kwa group in the course of the night. Actually mtamkaba kesho mtakuwa na iko sawa. Sauti imepotea, sorry, sauti imepotea, nimekuwa nikishauti mpira.
Okay, well noted. Now on to the next slide. We have aligning ministry values. So as a ministry, we need to have values and guidelines that direct us on how we behave when we are indoors, when we are in our in meetings, and when we are out to minister to people. So such kind of values include how we dress, what we prioritize, how we minister, who we minister to, and time keeping. So I'm going to develop a set of guidelines concerning that to be posted. So Francis, you indicate that in the meeting, ministry values, that is how we dress, what we prioritize, who we minister to, how do we minister, and how do we keep time. So if values are not aligned, we have increased levels of conflict, and our values makes a vision to be clear. So we need to have a set of values in ministry, in worship, in leadership, how we expect a leader to move in terms of communication, in terms of plan execution, and governorship. So that is what we are going to draft this evening. We may get it by morning. We were talking on three things. We are done with the vision matters. Now we are on to leadership development. Before I continue, is there any question? This is an interactive session, so Mudave Francis Bramwell is there any question? Mniambia hata kama hizo vitu na present nasema mnaona, ama saa zingine nadhani mnaona na kumbe haifanyi. Hizi vitu za dunia saa zingine zinasumbua. Francis, there is no question. Bramwell, Collins. Okay, now we continue on our second thing that we are looking tonight, or that is leadership development. Now, we as leaders, oh, Mudavi, have something to say? You are welcome.
Okay, sorry for interruption. What you have said, I think it is well explained, and if we can follow, then what I can say. But we had a good plan for this band, so we need just to unite together. And the reason why I raised my hand, I wanted to apologize that sitamaliza meetings hii juu I have also a meeting saa 5 ya watu wa kazi, so nilikuwa nataka ni left mjue niyo ya kazi, so I don't know if you can accept my apologies.
By 11 we'll be done. Remember, this is something that we'll be doing regularly. It's not a one-day thing. So I'll be done by 11, probably by 10:50. I'll be done, and then the secretary will forward the meetings on the group. So now on leadership development. So we are all as leaders, we know our area of jurisdiction and what is expected of us, what are our roles, and what we need to do to propel this ministry to higher levels. So when leaders grow, you find that ministry or governorship of that thing becomes easier because it reduces burnout. The load is easy to carry because there are many people contributing to it, and growth is inevitable. So you find that these teams, like let's say the one in Tanzania, the famous Agape, their leader would have not made that team reach there by his own strength. That's why he relies on God's strength, and he also has a set of people below him that are helping to push the mandate to a higher level. So it is the same way to this place. I cannot uh, call for an online meeting. I cannot also do this, do that at the same time. Yet there are people who are to do those various things, and they are sleeping on the job. Uh, so leadership developments entails those four things that you are seeing on your screens. We have leadership foundations, musical direction skills, team communication, and the most important, spiritual formation. So on to leadership foundations. As a leader, you are expected to serve the people you lead. You're not supposed to be a bossy leader, but you're supposed to be a servant leader. Have a servant leadership mindset, and align your uh, rule according to the vision of the group that you are in. So those are the foundations. So when I say you should serve as a leader, you should lead with a servantship mindset. I mean that you see in the Bible, Jesus was not like do this, do that, go this. He was leading as an example. We cannot be having, actually at this point I can say we're not supporting each other, because it's like we are various groups that are trying to meet together, and we are repelling because practice will be there, other leaders are not attending. The prayer coordinator will also be having prayer sessions, other leaders are not attending. This other leader will be having something, the other leaders are not attending. So we should be there to assist one another. If the members wakiona practice, tumeitana practice, every leader is there. Prayers, ikikuwa prayers, every leader is there. So that one at least will make work easier for us. We are there to support each other, and we are there to lift one another, because if all leaders could have been accountable and supporting one another, I'm very sure anytime I am going for an event, I have 12 plus people to follow me. But there are instances that I even go for an event alone, simply because we are not responsible, and we are not accountable. Musical leadership, I would have touched something on it, but because the leaders in that department are not in this meeting, so we will look into it later. Team communication. How are we to communicate as a team? In the last meeting, I gave a structure of how communication within the group should flow. We have me as the chairman, Mudave, and then we have an general secretary. And then we have the other executives, and then the departmental leaders, then the members. So the chain of communication demands that when there's a decision made, it is passed formally through a memo to the General Secretary and the Secretary. Then these two passes that information to the departments concerned, that is to the departmental leader. Now it is demanded you as a departmental leader to pass it to your members and make sure that that communication is either has reached those who are it concerns or it has been followed in the right possible manner. So for us to be able to do this, we have to be accountable and we have to be responsible. Now I'll have to stop at there. So we'll have another meeting like this next Sunday. We'll be having these meetings every Sunday from 10 to 11 p.m. So be prepared and have this in your mind that every Sunday you are in a meeting from 9 to 11. We attend first the online prayer meeting. Then after that, we have we will call it a Raising Spiritually Strong Leaders Mentorship. So, anyone with a question before Francis can say something, then Mudave will close with a word of prayer. We'll continue from strengthening communication skills next Sunday. Amen. So, anyone, if there's none, Francis, you can speak and tell us on a method on how we can have every other leader on board, because what we're discussing here is very important to every one of them. And after this mentorship session, I would like to see changes happening because we have a lot of things to do. We have June is coming up and we have an event to run. So this mentorship should be done by April. And I want every leader present in all those sessions. So Francis, back to you. When you're done, Muda will close with a word of prayer. Francis.
Okay, so what I can say is this. One way we can get all the other leaders on board is one, since we're in Google Meet, I believe one thing you can do is to get every leader's Google account, because I'm pretty sure everyone has one. So we can just gather every leader's email or Google account and have it for, data collection and stuff. But another thing we do is, since we have their Google accounts, we can just like program it to send them a reminder if they ever open their emails anyway. But they can just be reminded of the meetings every Sunday. They get a reminder, or in fact, in the course of the week, at least a reminder once, twice, or 3 times in a week to remind them about Sunday's meeting. So yeah, we can get their Google account. That is one way, because I'm seeing some of them getting them through WhatsApp. It's kind of proving to be a difficult task. So we can just we can just opt and resort to having their Google accounts. For now, that is what I have. And I'd like to appreciate those who have attended. And thank you for sacrificing your time to be in this meeting for this 1 hour. I am grateful on behalf of the chairman. Otherwise, with those few remarks being made, I'm handing the mic over to you, Mudave.
Thank you. For those who joined, we say thank you. God is seeing your service and your commitment. What he prays that we have a humble time for our band, It is not for us, but it is just a growth way through, so that we can grow together as a team, as we wait for the fruits of what God will be done. So let's believe as I'm going to pray. Our Father, we say at heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom comes this night, my Father. We had gathered here for first service as we were praying and discussing and teaching each other your word. Let the word that we saw, my Father, bring a change to us, my Father.